So let's start with an action. What is one small, yet I say small, but small changes make massive changes over long term? We're talking about the long game. 2 years from now, something bigger, a longer vision. So what's a small change that you keep putting off? Something you know you really want, but you make excuses for not actually doing it. So maybe you want to work out more or lose weight or have new friends or less sugar, be more assertive. Maybe you want to be more encouraging or less defensive. What is something that you want? Less critical. Write that down right now or speak it into your phone. You can change. These small changes that we make, they have a huge impact on other changes that we make in our lives. They're small, yet they're massive because you think long-term, 1% better is going to mean a significant improvement over 3 months, every day. And only compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, not other people, not what you think you should be doing, not improvements you think you should be making. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Are you making those changes? So let's go through 5 steps you can take to make this one small massive fanatical change. Now, definition of fanatical, first of all, is somebody who is single-minded in their zeal and excessive. And so I've seen some Kansas City Chiefs decorated trucks in this town that I would say are excessive. I mean, every inch of that truck is something representing the Kansas City Chiefs. I can almost guarantee if they lose that that person is going to be really frustrated. And sometimes the town is so quiet in Wichita when the Chiefs are playing that I'm not a fanatical fan. I mean, I watch some of the games and everything, but I sometimes think, well, I better not be out on the road if they lose because you're probably going to be dealing with some people that are pretty angry. You know, it kind of intimidates me a little bit because there's some serious fans here. But that's how you want to go about making these small changes because you know and you've procrastinated and for some reason it hasn't worked. You've wanted to make this change. It's been on your mind for a long time, but you haven't done anything about it. You just keep putting it off, making excuses. Becoming a fanatical is excessive. You know, I'm going to get this done no matter what. I am committed. You know, the word decide I chose for my business, Decide Your Legacy, for a reason. Decide means to commit. It means to choose in advance. It's more than just something light. You know, it's more than just like a maybe. It's a commitment. There has to be significant different information for you not to do what you've decided to do. And that makes you careful on the decisions that you make. It makes you think through the decisions that you make because you're saying that I'm making a decision and this means I'm going to do this. This is a commitment. This is a promise to myself, or this is a promise to somebody else. This is serious. You know, I'm getting married here. I'm having a child. I'm starting a business. I'm taking a new job. I'm not going to leave and quit. I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it 100%. So the first thing here is, what is something specifically that you want? What do you want? That's one of the most powerful, valuable questions you'll ever ask yourself, and few dare to actually answer it honestly. What specifically do you want? Describe clearly in a way, write it down clearly in a way for yourself that you can describe it to your 6-year-old child and they're going to understand. For example, I want to not drink alcohol or use nicotine for 7 days. I mean, these are just examples I've heard from clients. I want to drink 64 ounces of water each day for the next 7 days. I'm not saying these are mine. These are clearly written specific things that people want in their lives. I want to get up at 5:30 a.m. each day for the next 7 days. I want to go to bed at 10 a.m. each day for the next 7 days. I want to ask a clarifying question of somebody every time I feel defensive, every time I want to defend myself for the next 7 days. I want to follow my diet for the next 7 days. So that one thing may seem small if you do it for 7 days, but actually doing that for 7 days is going to force you in a way to do other things differently in your life as well. Because if you go to bed at 10 p.m. every night, it's going to force you actually to get up earlier. Maybe not, but most likely your biological clock, you know, things are going to change and you're going to want to get up a little bit earlier.